Sitting here with head coach of the Augsburg baseball program, Keith Bateman. I'm Mike Gallagher along with Brett Cloutier. We're introducing our new bi-weekly segment for Augsburg baseball, keeping you updated throughout the off-season. Keith, good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Mike.
Good to see you.
Right.
Let's start at the very end of last season. Start at the beginning of where the off-season began, and we took a devastating loss. Devastating losses till the last game to Concordia, and knocked us out of the playoffs, obviously. And they took care of their business, and coach from there, finishing 5th in the conference, obviously not necessarily where you wanted to be. But moving up to 4th is a big step. And where'd you really begin from there as far as preparing?
Well, I think that with that loss, and then Carleton going up and doing what they needed to do up at Concordia. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Mike is physically sick after that doubleheader. But you kind of take that on, and you need to refocus, like we ask a lot of our players to do, and just kind of got right after it. Looked at what do we do real well, and what do we need to do better next year, and just kind of get right after it. So there's not real a hardcore science to it, but just really took a good look at myself and staff and what we need to do to prepare our team to be able to make that leap instead of being in the middle of the pack for X number of years, which we've been competitive, but we need to make that step now where we're continuously in the top 4 in the MIAC.
And then, so for you, what do the summer months entail for you? Do you, kind of get yourself away from baseball for a while, kind of clear your head, spend the time with the family, or are you still, out scouting, out watching games? And then secondly, what are your players doing this summer to get ready for the upcoming season?
Well, for myself personally, pretty much the whole year or the whole month of June is spent doing camps. I do a lot of stuff with the Minnesota Twins, and that gets me out in kind of that instructional form. That's a real good time for me to kind of rejuvenate, to get back to the teaching and being around a lot of other coaches that go through a lot of the same ups and downs that you do, and being able to kind of vent and listen to them. That's awesome. My son is in coach pitch, and so I got to be at a lot of those games, and that was really neat because I just took a step back and didn't want anything to do with coaching on that. I just wanted to sit there and kind of be a fan. My daughter's into dance, but yeah, that's kind of only a weekly thing, so we went to that. And then the players, for the most part, we have the majority of our roster plays summer ball, town ball somewhere, and so they're out there getting better, getting a lot of playing time. There's some guys that maybe don't get a lot of varsity playing time, but they're able to get out and play a lot during the summer and hone their skills. And so everybody's pretty busy during the summer.
There's talk about hopefully with that summer ball carrying over to the fall, and that's where we look next as far as fall ball goes. What did you see as far as your returners? You obviously have a strong core of very strong players returning, and for freshmen, what did you see from the freshmen? Are they going to contribute this year? What are you thinking?
Yeah, we had this fall. It's great because we get the 12 workouts in the fall, and so we're able to be around players a lot more and really kind of ingrain our philosophy. And so what I thought is that our returners came back and they've matured. And that's what you kind of are looking for each year, is that guys are getting better each year. And I really felt that everybody came in and looked better than they were the year before, which is awesome for us because as coaches then, that means we're doing our job. Our guys are doing what they need to do, and we can start working to continue to move forward. The first year guys, I was very impressed with. We continue to bring in athletic classes. You can see at times that there's some intricacies of the college game that, not that they don't understand it, but it's a little quicker for them, and they're starting to learn our fielding philosophy and our hitting philosophy, pitching philosophy. So at times they're thinking, and when you think, that takes away some of that athletic ability. But I'm very excited about the first year guys that we have in. Incredibly excited with the returning group that we have, because I think we have a lot of good leadership in there. Sophomores, juniors, seniors. I mean, it's just a fun group to be around, and it's a competitive group. So, but the first year guys, there'll be a couple that'll make an impact, and what's really good with that is when they push the returning guys.
Moving forward from the fall, what are you guys doing now in November, December to get ready for February 1st?
Well, we had after the fall, we get our fall season in, and then after the fall, we don't have a lot of we don't have any contact until February 1st, and so what you kind of hope as a coach is that your guys take kind of a weight training seriously, that they're doing something there. We have a phenomenal facility that hopefully is getting used, and so it's that's one really cool thing right about Division III baseball is that it's all player driven. And when you look at the guys that we have in the program, I mean, even when we do practices in February last year, we had early BP, and we had as many guys at early BP as we had at regular practice. So it's really cool, and that helps shift everything forward when we get going back in February 1st. So hopefully guys are getting out there, maybe moving some weight around, throwing the ball around, taking some swings, it's really it's on them.
Looking at February 1st and beyond, this is going to be a very important year, your tenure at Augsburg College, and the expectations coming off a season where the team was very good, quite honestly, have to be pretty high. What are your thoughts on the expectations this year?
Well, I think that we have, looking at the group and being, like you said, it's my 7th year as a head coach and having been in the league now for 11 years, we're a very talented program. And what I kind of expect from our guys is to compete every time out. Whether we finish the top 4, 5th, we go to regionals, whatever, that all takes care of itself. I think what we can control is the way that we go about our business, the way that we play Augie baseball, and that's really what I'm looking for is energy givers, guys that when we come to practice, everybody's ready to go and they're pumped up, and we continue to work even when it's negative 20 outside. But obviously, once again in our facility, it's awesome to be able to have that facility. But I have high expectations. I don't know if I'm ready to put boy, we have to make the tournament or we have to do X, Y, and Z. But I just really have high expectations for this program every time we take the field, knowing that sometimes the bounces go your way and sometimes they don't. So that's a very politically correct answer, I think.
You did well with that one, absolutely.
But it's the truth. I want to go out and compete, and that's what I'm looking for from this group. And we have it. I think we have a group that it's going to be fun to watch us. It's going to be fun to watch baseball.
Fantastic. Well, Coach, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. And so we'll be joining you 2 weeks from now with more from the Augsburg baseball program. We don't even know what yet, so you'll know when we know, and we look forward to seeing you again.